Hello, happy Wednesday. Today is January 5th and I'm so excited to be here with you. I am Nancy Yawner with Love to List under the Keller Williams umbrella, coming to you from the heart of my home, which is my kitchen. And there's snow outside. It's been such a wonderful time of year. It's cold, it's crisp, and it's a little overcast, and there's snow on the ground, and I'm in my kitchen with a nice warm fire. And oh, hi Mom, nice to see you. I know you have colder weather than I do. Anyways, I'm so glad to be here with you all. I know a lot of people are back to work during this hour and maybe hitting the replay, so please let me know that you've popped in and checked in and watched and hit the replay, and let me know, because I love to know who's been here to check out our weekly little check-ins that we do. You know, I love to bring a variety of different things to you, and last month we had a theme of fun and food and celebration, and this month we are going to be, oh hi Deb, we are going to be all about the fresh start, right? And new year, new opportunities, new ways of looking at things, turning the page. 2021 is done, and 2022 is really, I can just feel it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful year. So thank you for popping in, and I wanted to talk to you. You know, last week I talked with you about Minnie's Angels, the wonderful women at hospice that have been taking such great care of my mother-in-law, who is doing really well. She's progressing really well, and we had a lot to celebrate around that. So I enjoyed sharing that with you, and Blue Ridge Hospice has been amazing. So anyhow, now our theme is the fresh start, and I'm going to be talking to you about my word of the year. And I was looking back and thinking back, and I saw that I think my first word of the year was about 2003, 2004. I wish I would have documented them all, because that would have been fun to look back, right? And kind of see, you know, what I was interested in, what was speaking to me at the time, or whatever, over all these years. But the reason why I do my word of the year is it's like a guidepost for the year. It gives you like something to focus on and remind yourself of what might be important to you. So everyone's word can be different, and I'm really excited about my word this year. My word is really involves a lot of action. And this is my favorite time of year, from January 1 to the second Monday of January. It's a wonderful, wonderful time to review and reflect. As a matter of fact, I was going to show you, this is my journal, which I hadn't journaled for quite some time, and I am going to be sharing that with you, because at the end of the month, I'm going to have this little kind of information, inspiration, a little tell you a little bit about what's been going on with me the last couple years, and how I've had to make lots of different changes and transition, and what that's been like, and hasn't always been easy. And I realized that I had stopped journaling. So I'm really excited. The last 3 weeks I've been journaling, and for me, it's something really, really important. And then this is my new planner, which I was going to show you, and I'm going to do some of my favorite things this month with the fresh start, and so I'll show you more about those. But meanwhile, my word of the year, it actually is agreement, and I'm super, super excited about it. And it's been so much fun, because I did some research. Every time I pick a word, I look at the definition and try and do a little deeper dive. And the word agreement is, so agree is like consent to, right? And agreeing is a course of action. And my dad always said, I asked one time a group of people, how do you define success? And Dad, right away, he said action. So action is a key, right, to success. So agreement is the harmony of opinion. So there's action, there's harmony, there's opinion, there's consent, like you're in agreement. So I've been thinking a lot about this word, sorry. There you go. Go. Oh, goodness. Anyways, they're going to drive me crazy. They just got fed. Anyways, agreement, it's a lot about what am I going to agree to for myself? How much time am I going to devote to a certain area of my life? What people am I going to... I'm sorry. Come on, girls, outside. Come on, outside. Come on, outside. This way. No. Outside. Oh, gosh, I swear. Anyways, back on track. Sorry. So what am I going to agree to, right? And it's interesting because in business, we have agreements all the time, right? In terms of my service, and how the client, what are they agreeing to? What am I agreeing to? We have signed agreements. When we work with sellers and buyers, we have agreements for contracts. And so agreement, it's like, what are we agreeing to? And I think oftentimes this whole word really came about because during a coaching session that I had later in the year, and I do want to tell you, Deborah in my office and Michelle, we've been doing this group coaching, and it's just been so helpful and so great. And we had a great end of the year meeting and a wonderful kickstart meeting to the year. And we have a lot of goodness coming together at Love to List. So we're really, really excited, super excited. And so anyhow, our coach, Heather Nunley with Culture Fuel, was talking to us about agreements. Like a lot of times people get disappointed because they're not clear as to what they agreed to. And so that's how it came about. And so I've made some agreements with myself. But before I get into that, as I was doing the research, I came upon the book, The 4 Agreements. Now, The 4 Agreements, this is the book. I used to have it. I gave mine away. And I read it a really long time ago, and I just was blown away during my research to come across this book again, because they talk about these 4 agreements. And I think, oh my gosh, like every home should have this hanging up in their home for everyone to see. It is so critical. It's a personal guide to, communication and self-improvement and freedom. But if you exercise these 4 agreements, I'm sure you will agree that your life can go so much better. And so let me tell you what those are, and then I'll tell you what I'm agreeing to. And so the 4 agreements are: be impeccable with your word, right? And then there's these little subcategories. Speak with integrity, say only what you mean, avoid using the word to speak out on self or gossip, use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. So I love that. Be impeccable with your word, okay? Number 2 is don't take anything personally. Nothing others do are because of you. Sorry, I'm rushing because there's a lot of information here. What others say and do are a projection of their own reality, their own dream, right? When you are immune to the actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. So hi Joe, I really like don't take anything personally. The third one, and the book is, by the way, the writer is Don Miguel Ruiz, and you can see he has a website as well, and you can get his book. Don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions, express what you really want. That has actually been a big one for me. I can tell you about that more at the end of the month. Communicate as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and trauma. Always do your best, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. The last one, don't make assumptions. He says, with this one agreement, you can completely change your life. Don't make assumptions. I think that is huge, right? Number 4, always do your best. Your best will change from moment to moment. It will be different when healthy versus sick. I believe that's true. Under any circumstances, simply do your best and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. So that's the 4 agreements, and I wrote them out, and I'll be reviewing them regularly. And whenever you write something out, it actually sticks with you a little bit better, I think. My word is agreement. It's going to be my focus, my focal point. What am I agreeing to? The most important thing is how am I taking care of myself, right? And my first agreement with myself is it is up to me, period. My physical health, my emotional health, my spiritual health, my relationships, financial and educational. And educational, I have to tell you, the last couple of years, I have done very little in this area. And I have been always learning and growing and self-improvement and taking classes and whatever it is. And so it's so key, right, to learn new things. So that's it. That's what I'm agreeing to. It is up to me in these areas of my life. I have to figure out what I want and do in all these areas and take care of it. And the other thing is a really healthy daily routine. I used to have the best morning routine, and for a variety of reasons, I've had some adjustments I've had to make to my schedule, especially the last 3 or 4 months. And so just really trying to figure out, get back into that really healthy morning routine is key. It's a great way to start out the day. And I can share you more about what it is that I'm doing when I talk to you at the end of the month about like what I've gone through the last several years. And it's all good. It's all very positive. However, there was some stuff that I dealt with, right? There is some emotional stuff, health stuff, whatever. So anyways, that's my word of the year, agreement. And Deborah's on our team is focus. And I love that for her. You know, she's so amazing because she's up there with my mom over the winter. So she's working virtually. And I so appreciate everything that she does. And then Michelle Wood is better. And that was kind of surprising for both Deborah and myself because Michelle is so good at everything she does. She's so organized. She's just a wonderful teammate, wonderful personal assistant. She's great digitally and on paper and with her schedule. I don't know how she manages all that she manages. So anyways, but that's her word, which is really interesting. Our love to list word of the year, I love this word, is heritage. And it is all about the tradition of taking care of you since 1989. So that's our word at Love to List is heritage. And so that's what I have going on this week. I was going to see if, the other thing I wanted to tell you I mentioned last week is we're having a vision planning online party, Saturday at 3 o'clock on the 22nd. Hopefully if they come in time, we may have to scooch the date. Right now, that's what it's planned for. And this book is really cool. It comes with all kinds of words and different phrases, and that way you can have your vision board instead of on a poster board that you have on the wall. You put it in one of these blank pages in the back, and then you can keep it with you. And so it's a lot about your intentions for the year. And I really like the word intentions. And you know, I really am into words. I always say, change your words, you change your world. And I used to be big on goals, and now it's more about intentions and, you know, just being as action-oriented as I can towards anything that I really want for my clients, for my family, for myself, and for my community. And so I'm just really excited for 2022, and I love this theme for the month of the Fresh Start. I do appreciate you guys popping by, and I look forward to seeing you next week, the 12th, and I am going to be showing you some of my home projects, which talk about a fresh start. I've had a vacant living room for quite some time, and then paint on my wall for probably a year. So I'm really excited to get some of those home projects started. And I look forward to hearing from you guys about what your word of the year is. Let me see. Oh, Jill Hunter. Yeah. Be impeccable with your word. You're very good with words, Joe. Your language is you're very exact, and I always appreciate how thoughtful you are with your words as well. So, oh, hey, John, how's it going? Good to see you. So anyways, have a wonderful week. As always, thumbs up, lots of love, and keep smiling. Okay? All right. Take care, everyone.